Hi everybody. I'm sure you've been having a lot of fun learning about all the pollinators in our gardens and yards and parks. You're gonna have a chance now to build your own pollinator. It doesn't have to look like anything you've ever seen, but it does have to be able to pollinate. So you're gonna have this bag full of goodies. Included in the bag are some pipe cleaners, this small little cup, 2 googly eyes, some tissue paper, and some construction paper, as well as a little drink powder, which we are going to use for pollen. So you're gonna start by building a pollinator, and you need to think about what you learned about pollinators and what's on them. So I think I'm going to use, this pipe cleaner to make kind of initially a little body, and then I'm going to put some legs on it. So let me see. I remember that an insect has 3 parts. I wonder if I could kind of make a little head, and then maybe, remember you could cut these too, so maybe I could make a little thorax and an abdomen. So I'm gonna play with that. Remember, it can look any way you want. This is kind of the smaller piece, so this is gonna be my head, thorax, abdomen. And I think I'm gonna give it some long legs. It's kind of like it's gonna walk on stilts or something. Oh, but where do the legs attach? I think all insects have them on, not the head, the thorax, and not the abdomen. So we have to somehow attach legs all to that piece. So I'm gonna cut myself. I need 6 legs, right? 6 legs for insects. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly put my legs, and then, oh, that's gonna be a really long one. That's awesome. Bend those down to the other side. Okay, I've got my legs. Now, usually insects or other animals, they have wings. So remember when we talked about pollinators, there's other groups of pollinators that you could be making. So I'm making an insect, but you could be thinking about those other 5 bees and remembering that there are birds and bats and butterflies. They would all be different looking, and you could even create your own crazy pollinator. I'm gonna stick these 2 wings together, and then I think I'll put them on my little insect. Okay. You know what? I think if it's gonna be a decent pollinator, I think I'm gonna give it this really long nose, because then it could crawl around and stick its nose in to suck up the nectar and maybe get some pollen too. So I'm gonna call mine the big nosy bug. This is my pollinator, okay? So now I have to make a flower, because I have to see if the pollinator can pollinate the flower. And the way I'm gonna do that, you can do 2 different flowers or you can do 1. We've included 1 cup, and you can use other resources in your house, but this cup has to go in the middle of the flower. It's kind of acting like the place the pollen is stored in a flower. So I'm gonna fluff up these beautiful petals, and I think I'm just gonna, for this one, maybe do a little bit of tape to hold the cup in place. You could glue it. Let's just get it taped into place. And then to really make it a a little bit more like a flower. I'm gonna wrap this around to hold that. See, that holds that little cup. Okay, and set that there. And then I think I might need to give it a little stem, right? So that it can stand somewhere or be hooked somewhere. All right, so there's my beautiful flower. And when we get ready to do the activity, we're going to put some pollen in there and test our pollinators to see if they can actually carry the pollen from one place to another. But now you know how to make the things that we're going to use in the activity. I hope you have fun doing it. Make as many pollinators as you can and try all different shapes and sizes.